By the way, have you seen the new Titleist driver? What do you think of it?
The GT2, the GT3, and the GT4.
The GT, yeah.
Yeah.
The GT, yeah. Start the song. Yeah. I think they're interesting. It's just,
Are they?
it just feels like they've generated almost no buzz.
Yeah.
I think it's a very weird time in the season to be launching a new product. And we've not done the review yet because we've not had the chance to go get properly fitted for it. So what Titleist want to do, and this is perfectly understandable, is they want to get everyone who's reviewing the clubs down to Woburn, get a full fitting done so it's properly spec'd out. So you can get the best performance from it. So obviously if we're doing a review video and we can hit it further than the previous Titleist driver video, fantastic. If they just send us through something and we can't get it tuned in properly, it won't perform as well as they would expect it to.
Yeah. It's in their interest to make it ready for you, isn't it? So
yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. So it does look good, and they have done something kind of different, but at the same time, they've tried as hard as possible to make what they've done the same as what they've done in the past. Let me try and explain this. So Titleist drivers for many years have been very much just titanium, and they've tried to keep the head construction the same. They've pushed titanium to the limit. Everyone else has been sticking carbon in there to save weight. Titleist have been, no, it's titanium, performs the best, it's the strongest, it's the best sounding. We are sticking to titanium.
And it's cheaper.
Probably.
And you don't have to come up with silly names like carbon wood and forgiveness.
Now, how dare you? Do you not like the forgiveness?
No, I love it. That campaign made me so happy.
I must spinsistency is the worst one.
Spinsistency is good.
Yeah. Listen, I love the pink driver, but spinsistency, honestly. So what Titleist did is rather than so they've replaced the crown. It's not titanium anymore. Okay. It's a thermoform crown. Now, you may be asking, Pete, what on earth is a thermoform crown? Well,
Pete, what on earth is a thermoform crown?
Well, thank you very much. I'm going to tell you. It's a new proprietary polymer that they've come up with. Now,
Yeah, you still need to explain.
What's a polymer?
That didn't sound like the explanation.
so when you hear polymer, you hear plastic, don't you? It's like a rubber thing. It's something which isn't metal. But what they've done is they've created this polymer, which is lighter than titanium. They've saved weight so they can reposition it in the head. This is something that we hear from driver manufacturers all the time. But they've made it like a metal consistency. So the actual crown still looks like a very classic Titleist driver, and the sound is like what you would get from an all titanium head. So they've made this new material for themselves and then tried as hard as possible to make sure that it's just like metal.
Okay.
Nice.
I think I'm clued up.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to save weight, basically.
That's what they all do.
Right, okay.
But it's a new leap forward in technology. But again, they all say that.
Yeah. But players have had it in the bag this year.
Yeah.
Listen, players have had it.
You heard it on the range at the Open. You can tell us a bit about kind of what it sounds and looks like.
It looks good. It sounds good. GT2, 3, 4, like the higher the number, the lower the spin. The 4 versions of the TSR drivers, for example, incredibly hard to hit. Like, stay away from them if you're not happy about hitting it from the center of the club.
Yeah.
I would say that Titleist, I don't know, that they're quite a subtle company.
Yeah.
Like they say, we are really geared mostly to providing the very best equipment for the good players. Their iron launches, so like your later T irons, I think are fantastic for all golfers, and you should definitely check them out if you're thinking about new irons. But it just feels like they're quite subtle, that they want to sell drivers, but at the same time, they're not like in your face with the marketing.
Yeah. They don't use a lot of fancy colours. Like, it's almost always black and grey and like with a tiny bit of red if they're feeling fancy.
Are they on like a year release, or are they on like 18. An 18? Yeah, I thought it was 18.
And I mean, potentially, I feel like that has maybe killed them a little bit this time round, because even though you would maybe think, oh, okay, they get their own sort of spot where it's just them and no one else is talking about the new TaylorMade and the new Ping and the new Callaway. Whereas at the start of the year, when all that hype is there, I think everyone will go and look across the board. And so if Titleist sort of put themselves in that area again, then maybe there would be more interest. And because at the start of every year, everyone's always going to be intrigued to see which is the best driver, and there's always the new thing of how far or who spins it the least or anything, those kind of things. But like you say, they've kept it very clean, very concise. I think that you say that player's player is always going to attract to that driver. I think it looks great behind the ball. That's always been a good thing about Titleist drivers. It's very simple but very easy to look at.
How's it on price?
It's going to be up there.
It's going to be. It's still going to be.
It's going to be upwards of 500 quid.
Okay, so it's not as if they're making a play for the market where if you made your driver like just £100 cheaper than the rivals, you would attract a huge amount of people.
Cobra kind of model of
yeah. And no, they're going to go for that. I don't know. It's a weird time to release a driver.
That's what I was going to say.
This time of year. What normally happens, like I said, at the start of the year, that's where all the fireworks happen. And TaylorMade are fantastic at it. Grabbing the attention. It's always usually like a different name, and there's a very simple concept. So this year was the 10K, all the forgiveness, all the rest of it. A proprietary polymer crown isn't going to get the blood pumping.
It's hard to put that on a billboard, isn't it?
It is. It's hard to say.
I can't even say. I can't even read that word.
Do you reckon you could spell any of those words?
No, don't. Come on, man.
No, you can do polymer.
You can spell crown.
Well, yeah. I suppose I could.
K. I think with it's just because everyone else is releasing clubs as well. So you got Callaway, they're releasing irons pretty soon. I can't remember what the embargo date is, so Kieran's going to check. But it's the new Apex irons, and if you need to bleep that out, you can do that.
Oh, we saw them. We saw them on the computer.
Right. Okay. I get what you mean.
Actually, no. It's just pictures. I can say what they are. So new Apex irons from Callaway. TaylorMade have got a new P series irons coming out.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw those. They look nice.
Yeah,
those 770s.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength.
You can get them through if you want.
Yeah, we're waiting for TaylorMade to send them so Jacob can put them in the bag.
Yeah, TaylorMade, if you want to send 4 sets through, that'd be great.
They've made some nice irons, to be fair. Recently, there's what was it? The MBs ones. The blades they look unbelievable.
They're the Colin Morikawa
Yeah.
style looking ones. They're unreal.
I think what TaylorMade have done recently is they've made their irons, their whole family. I think that's what they call it. There's a connection between all of them as far as the looks go. Like you can see the progression. It's very clean. It looks really classy, and obviously they do boast really well about the tech. Callaway brings some new irons out. We did this the other day. We had a look on the Callaway website to see how many irons they're selling at the moment.
Oh my God, baffling.
And it was upwards of 20. And that's just the male kind of iron sets because they're going back a few generations. It's so confusing. And then they're bringing out these irons on top of that. So
you might go and search Callaway Apex, forget to put 2024 and accidentally buy one from 3 years ago.
Yeah, those Callaway razors I got for your Hesham video. I actually bought them off the Callaway website.
They're still available.
From 10 years ago.
Honestly, it's interesting like when you look at these companies and their strategies and what they want to do, because certainly for Titleist, when they started to bring in the new TS series, which was a fantastic driver and a real improvement on what they'd had previously. They caught some of the attention back for hardware.
Yeah.
Now it kind of feels like they've just slipped back into being Titleist. Like they're good, they're great, but are they going to be the first driver that you pick off a rack and be like, I want
But
this?
could that be due to their marketing strategy? Obviously, like now we always think of TaylorMade, Callaway and all that because of how good they are at sort of selling it to us. Is this driver going to be just as good, but because it's going under the radar a little bit? I don't know.
It's just all very Titleist. Like the driver's clean, the marketing's clean. They don't really shout about it. It's all kind of like if you love it, you will enjoy using it, and they kind of just want it to
come and get fitted so we can control the situation and make sure that you're ready.
Come and see. I know obviously a lot of companies would probably be in a similar position, but especially for like a company like Titleist, I imagine there's kind of a release of pressure in the fact of like how well the Pro V ball sells for them, that they don't even have to worry about clubs in a certain sense.
True.
Because of how much they sell with that that's the money maker.
And the gloves.
Every single company wants a slice of that premium ball pie.
Yeah.
And like I said, Titleist for many years with the Pro V1 have had that locked down and have made an absolute mountain ton of money.
Oh, if you want any spare Pro Vs, just go and walk around Forest of Arden Golf Club.
I've never seen anything like that.
It's unbelievable. You hit your ball in the rough, you come back with 7 balls, all Pro V1s.
Really?
Yeah.
The Aylesford course.
The
wasn't it?
Aylesford course.
Yeah, we played at the weekend for mixed kind of stag do. And then we were in the long rough a lot, looking for everyone's balls.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable.
And you found loads of Pro V1s.
If we found less than 30 premium balls that day, I'd be surprised.
I didn't find that.
That's because you're in the fairway.
Yeah.
we were the group ahead of you. So
You were clearing. Yeah.
We were hoovering them all up.
That's true.
Oh, dear.
We left all the pinnacles were right.
Just chucked them back in.
Yeah. Take that.
I think Callaway have got some new wedges out as well, the Opus, which we do need to test. They look good.
Mm-hmm.
They've been getting some nice bit of press. Do like a new wedge.
Oh my God, you've played with new wedges.
Those JP wedges.
Yeah, good.
Good Lord.
Stop it.
Good.
They're naughty. They're
Really?
going to be coming out of the leads.
Is it just because they're brand new and they got nice spinny grooves?
And they're
yeah.
shiny.
I think so.
Yeah.
They feel great as well. And I love the look of them.
They do look good. They do
Heavy
look
as
good.
well, aren't they? They're quite heavy.
And they sent us stickers. If you're a brand and you're sending something for Pete or any of us to try, and you send stickers, immediately bumps up your review scores.
I mean,
Stickers.
for you it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, for you does. It's just on your bottle and on your laptops
Everywhere.
and the Pelican case.
Oh, the pen case. It's got stickers.